Bonsoir et bienvenue à la réunion du Conseil en date du 27 juin 2024. Good evening and welcome to our Council meeting of June 27, 2024. Membres du Conseil, M. Tessier, chef de département, bonsoir. Les gens dans la salle, bienvenue à notre réunion. Welcome to our Council meeting. Les gens qui nous écoutent sur YouTube, bienvenue. Those who are watching us on YouTube, also, are very welcome. On commence avec le Land Acknowledgement. Reconnaissance territoriale des Premières Nations. Alors que nous nous réunissons ici aujourd'hui, nous reconnaissons respectueusement que les terres sur lesquelles nous vivons et travaillons au canton de Champlain sont situées sur le territoire traditionnel et non cédé des peuples Anishinaabe, y compris la nation algonquine. Nous reconnaissons également que le territoire englobe les terres traditionnelles et visées par un traité des peuples Haudenosaunee, y compris la nation Mohawk. Nous reconnaissons avec gratitude ces Premières Nations pour la protection de cette terre et nous les honorons. Nous sommes reconnaissants des contributions passées, présentes et futures apportées par les peuples des Premières Nations, Inuits et Métis, pour façonner et pour renforcer nos communautés. Passons à l'item numéro 3, l'adoption de l'agenda. On prend un proposeur, un appuyeur. M. Duval, appuyé de M. Miner. Any questions on the agenda? Proposed? Seeing none, all those in favor? En faveur, ceux qui sont contre, adopté. Disclosure of pecuniary interest? Seeing none, on va à l'item numéro 5. Avant de procéder à l'item numéro 5, présentation de conseil, j'aimerais faire mention que un préfet du passé, M. Lynn Saint-Denis, est décédé le 19 juin. Donc, nos condoléances à la famille. M. Saint-Denis was committed to his community, extended far beyond his business. He served as a dedicated Vankleekil town councillor from 1968 to 1976, and as Reeve from 1976 to 1997, demonstrating his unwavering commitment to public service for 27 years. Donc, nos sincères condoléances à la famille Saint-Denis. Passons à l'item numéro 5, présentation au Conseil. 5.1, présentation Senior of the Year Award 2024. Vous saviez ma grandeur? Pas pire. Prix de la personne âgée de l'année de l'Ontario 2024. C'est notre plaisir de rendre hommage à Mme Michelle Larocque ce soir avec le prix de la personne âgée de l'année 2024 de l'Ontario. Le prix de la personne âgée de l'année de l'Ontario offre à chaque municipalité de l'Ontario la possibilité de rendre hommage à une personne âgée exceptionnellement de la localité qui, après ses 65 ans, a enrichi la vie sociale, culturelle ou citoyenne de sa collectivité. Mère de 3 enfants, Mme Michelle Larocque est engagée dans la communauté de l'Orignal depuis longtemps. Ayant à cœur de contribuer au plaisir sportif des jeunes, elle devient coach de baseball, s'intègre au groupe de Jeannette, ou des Jeannettes, et fait partie du club LDF, Loisirs des filles, qui organisait des activités à l'école Saint-Jean-Baptiste de l'Orignal. From 2005 to 2021, she volunteered with the Saint Jean-Baptiste Parish at various levels. The CAT, also known as Temporel Affairs Committee, the CPP, Parish Pastoral Committee, acted as a liaison between the school and the parish in the preparation of the sacraments and helped organize religious ceremonies. De 2007 jusqu'à aujourd'hui, Michel fait partie de la Société historique Patrimoine Lorgnal Longueuil Heritage à titre de secrétaire. On peut toujours compter sur Mme Larocque pour ses idées créatives. Au nom du Conseil du canton de Champlain, je tiens à vous remercier pour votre engagement envers notre communauté et vous féliciter pour cette reconnaissance bien méritée. On behalf of Council Township, I would like to thank you for your commitment to our community and congratulate you on this well-deserved recognition. Madame Larocque. Sur cette note, on va enchaîner sur l'item 5.2. Champlain 2024 Inspirational Athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Council, it is my great honor and privilege to recognize two Champlain Township athletes whose courage, determination, and perseverance inspire our community and us all. Today, we celebrate the extraordinary achievements of two men who served as a reminder that community engagement, grit, and passion are the foundation of a successful and thriving society. Ces athlètes ont non seulement excellé dans leurs sports respectifs, mais ils ont également démontré le pouvoir de la résilience et l'importance de la volonté. Leur parcours nous rappelle que lorsqu'on croit en soi, on peut surmonter les défis et atteindre l'excellence. Le premier athlète que j'aimerais reconnaître est Patrick Lalonde. Beaucoup d'entre vous connaissent Patrick Lalonde comme physiothérapeute local et l'un des principaux organisateurs de la Bay Run à Lorgnal. Mais ce que vous ne savez peut-être pas, c'est que Patrick a récemment figuré sur la couverture de l'édition d'hiver du magazine Alpinist 84, faisant l'ascension de la plus haute montagne du Maine, le mont Katahdin, dans le parc d'État de Baxter, piolet en main. Il navigue sur les murs de glace connus sous le nom de Toktom. If you ask Patrick about this achievement, he would modestly acknowledge his fellow climbers first. Alpine climbing is a profound passion for Patrick. He began as a mountain climber and, alongside his brother Michael in Western Canada, owned the skill of an alpinist. Patrick est également un skieur alpin et nordique actif, qui a notamment participé au marathon canadien de ski, médaille d'or, non le moindre. Il pratique le marathon, l'ultracourse et le cyclisme de longue distance. En 2015, Patrick a parcouru le sentier des Appalaches qui traverse 14 États. Born and raised in Hawkesbury area, Patrick, his life partner Eleni Corbeil, and their three children, Vali, Fitz, and Ossie, currently reside in Lorgnal. His family fully supports Patrick's numerous pursuits. La vie et la carrière de Patrick sont consacrées à la santé et aux soins des patients. En tant que physiothérapeute, il analyse les blessures, des patients et élabore des plans pour réduire la douleur et améliorer la fonction. Il a ouvert un établissement sur la rue Main à Hawkesbury et maintient sa clinique à L'Orignal. Patrick, au nom du Conseil, j'aimerais te féliciter pour tes réalisations exceptionnelles et pour le travail important que tu as accompli dans notre communauté. Nous te remettons le prix de l'athlète inspirant de Champlain 2024 en témoignage de notre reconnaissance et de notre gratitude. Patrick, je t'invite à l'avant de recevoir ton prix. En passant, ma note disait Hawkesbury, mais il est bel et bien un résident de L'Orignal. Il est venu au monde de L'Orignal et il a toujours resté à L'Orignal. The next Champlain Township athlete I would like to recognize today is a local international paracyclist, Joey Desjardins, from the West Hawkesbury ward. After a dirt bike accident in 2009, Joey suffered a serious spinal cord injury, which left him paralyzed from the chest down. Joey spent months in hospital learning how to move again, and only in 6 months after his injury, purchased his first adapted bike. Dès que Joey Desjardins s'est lancé dans le paracyclisme, il est devenu évident qu'il possédait une combinaison de talent, de dévouement et d'un esprit inébranlable. Son parcours a été marqué par d'innombrables heures d'entraînement, un engagement envers l'excellence et une poursuite incessante de ses objectifs. Joey said he was inspired to start competing in paracycling after meeting Canadian Paralympic legend Rick Hansen in 2012. I quote, "That's when it clicked," he said. "I really wanted to push the physical limits of my body." He quickly rose to success, competing in several world championships and eventually earning a bronze medal in 2019. In 2021, Joey went to Tokyo for his first Paralympic experience. Malgré les nombreux défis auxquels il a été confronté, Joey a toujours démontré qu'aucun obstacle n'est trop grand pour être surmonté. Ses exploits sur la piste témoignent de son incroyable éthique de travail et de sa passion pour le sport. Que ce soit au niveau national ou international, il nous a montré ce qu'il est possible de faire lorsqu'on croit vraiment en soi. Aujourd'hui, nous rendons hommage à Joey Desjardins non seulement pour ses remarquables réalisations en paracyclisme, mais aussi pour l'impact profond qu'il a eu sur notre communauté. Son parcours a touché le cœur de nombreuses personnes et nous rappelle avec force ce qu'il est possible d'accomplir grâce à un travail acharné et dévouement. Joey, on behalf of Council, I applaud you for your outstanding achievements and for being a shining example of what it means to be a true champion. Nous te souhaitons bonne chance dans tous tes projets futurs et en particulier dans ton voyage vers le championnat du monde à Zurich, en Suisse, en septembre prochain. Nous te remettons le prix d'athlète inspirant de Champlain 2024 comme un rappel de l'impact positif et de l'influence que tu as sur notre communauté. Joey, je t'invite à venir à l'avant. Sur cette note, on va prendre un break de 5 minutes, on vous revient avec la continuité de notre réunion. Vous êtes les bienvenus à rester, mais vous allez peut-être bien trouver le temps long, mais On repart la réunion. On s'en va à l'item numéro 6. Item number 6, presentation, committee consultant. We have none. Item number 7.1, deputation, ATV Club of Eastern Ontario, Dan Lalonde. Mr. Lalonde. Bienvenue au podium. Bienvenue à la municipalité de Champlain.
Bonsoir, Maire Riopel, membre du conseil, membre de votre personnel. Merci pour l'opportunité de vous adresser ce soir pour discuter d'un projet d'expansion que le club de VTT de l'Est de l'Ontario a entamé. Prochain, s'il vous plaît. Juste à titre d'information, le club de VTT, c'est une corporation en but non lucratif. C'est géré par des volontaires. Nous avons environ 2000 membres et puis on opère présentement au-delà de 350 km de sentiers. Nous sommes membres de la Fédération des clubs de VTT pour la province. Prochaine, s'il vous plaît. Notre territoire est quand même vaste. Ça va de la rivière d'Ottawa jusqu'au Saint-Laurent, et puis de la 416 à l'ouest jusqu'aux frontières Québec-Ontario. Prochaine. Ça vous donne un aperçu des réseaux présents qui sont membres de la Fédération, donc dans l'est de l'Ontario. Ça continue à se développer de façon considérable. Next. Ceci représente le réseau que notre club gère présentement. Et puis, comme vous pouvez le constater, dans la partie est, nous n'avons aucun sentier présentement. Et puis, cela représente la raison pour laquelle je suis ici ce soir. Prochaine. Nous voulons développer un réseau, une expansion d'environ 185 km. Ça implique 4 paliers municipaux et puis les 2 comtés, le comté de Prescott-Russell et puis ensuite Stormont-Dundas, Glengarry. Puis ceci, si on a les approbations, évidemment, pour le faire, ça nous permettrait de partir d'Alfred, de se rendre à L'Orignal, tout près d'Hawkesbury, Stephanie's Restaurant, et puis continuer jusqu'à Chute-Blondeau, où on a une station de ravitaillement pour l'essence. Puis ensuite, se rendre jusqu'à frontière du Québec et puis se connecter avec le réseau des VTT du Québec, dans le coin de Rigaud. Par la suite, on descendrait vers le sud pour aller jusqu'à Alexandria, pour ensuite revenir, puis connecter Vankleek-Hill et puis retourner à Alfred. Ceci représente environ 185 km. Évidemment, ce sont des routes secondaires en majeure partie. Nous n'avons pas le luxe de la forêt-la-rose dans le secteur de la province. Ici, donc, on se doit d'utiliser des routes secondaires. Pour ce qui est de mettre des sentiers de VTT sur du terrain privé, ce n'est pas vraiment faisable parce qu'il y a beaucoup de régions agricoles et puis les gens opèrent, cultivent pendant l'été leurs terres agricoles. Donc, il faut utiliser les routes secondaires afin de développer un réseau. Prochain, s'il vous plaît. Comme je vous le mentionnais, nous avons entamé des discussions avec plusieurs paliers gouvernementaux. La semaine dernière, un bylaw a été approuvé par les Comtés unis. Nous avons aussi fait une demande auprès des comtés Stormont, Dundas et Glengarry parce qu'on doit utiliser un tout petit bout de la 34 au nord d'Alexandria, environ 400 mètres, pour rejoindre des routes rurales dans le canton de North Glengarry. Moi, j'ai fait un peu le circuit. La semaine dernière, j'étais à East Hawkesbury. On a fait une présentation à la Nation, ça fait déjà plusieurs semaines. J'ai fait une présentation à la ville d'Hawkesbury. Pour ce qui est d'Hawkesbury, on demande qu'ils considèrent une exception à leur bylaw qui nous permettrait de faire un tout petit bout sur la rue McGill, au nord de Stephanie's Restaurant, pour se rendre à une station de ravitaillement, McEwen. Il faut que je retourne à la ville d'Hawkesbury pour continuer cette discussion. Il n'y a pas rien qui a été décidé là. Ce n'est pas nécessaire, mais si on l'avait, ça serait un boni. Évidemment, je suis ici ce soir pour discuter avec vous. Prochain, s'il vous plaît. Puis ça, c'est de façon agrandie. Pour se rendre à L'Orignal, on emprunterait le chemin de comté et puis c'est pour, évidemment, se rendre à la station de ravitaillement d'essence. McEwen, ça nous permet d'aller chercher de l'essence, accès aux salles de bain et puis des snacks. Par la suite, ben, on aimerait se rendre à Stephanie's Restaurant, qui est un point d'intérêt pour les gens de la partie ouest de notre réseau, des gens comme Saint-Pascal, Wendover, Plantagenet. Donc, ils peuvent dire, ben, on va aller à Stephanie's pour déjeuner ou bruncher, et ainsi de suite, puis continuer leur trajet. Possiblement se rendre à la Dame de Carillon, qui est un bel endroit à visiter, puis continuer vers le sud, à Saint-Eugène, à Saint-Anne-de-Prescott, ainsi de suite. Donc, les prochaines slides, je les ai mis simplement à titre d'information. Je n'ai pas vraiment l'intention de discuter de chaque route. J'ai eu de bonnes discussions avec votre personnel, M. Tessier, et puis votre directeur des travaux publics aussi. On comprend très bien que votre bylaw présent de VTT permet accès, mais on a besoin d'une approbation spécifique ou peut-être un bylaw. Là, je laisse ça à vous, membres du conseil, et puis votre personnel. De quelle façon est-ce qu'on peut implanter la signalisation? Next slide. Alors, je vais aller un peu plus vite pour les prochaines. Next. Next. Encore une fois, Ventles-les-Kills, on s'y rendrait par les chemins de comté. Le but, c'est évidemment de ne pas faire du VTT dans la zone urbaine de Ventles-les-Kills ou de l'Orignal. C'est simplement de se rendre à des stations de ravitaillement sur la 34 dans Ventles-les-Kills. Next. Ça, c'est Herb's Plaza. Donc, on connecte avec North Glengarry pour revenir vers le nord-ouest. Next. Nous avons un système de signalisation. Et puis, il y a des guidelines à suivre. Donc, ce genre de document va être partagé avec votre directeur de travaux publics pour s'assurer que ça rencontre vos besoins. On comprend très bien que ça doit être installé de façon appropriée pour s'assurer que ça n'a aucun impact sur le déneigement l'hiver, par exemple. On a nos propres poteaux, on n'utilise pas votre infrastructure, ainsi de suite. Next. Et puis, lorsque le tout est complété, la signalisation, bien, on ajoute le réseau sur une application qui s'appelle Quad-On. Ça permet à l'accès à tout le réseau dans la province. Et puis, quelqu'un n'a pas besoin de service Wi-Fi ou de data pour l'utiliser lorsque c'est ajouté à leur tablette ou leur cellulaire. Donc, ils savent où ils sont. Ils savent où sont les réseaux qui ont la signalisation, qui sont approuvés. Donc, ils peuvent se rendre à des points d'intérêt qui sont partie du réseau. Prochaine. Je pense que ça complète ma présentation. Next. Comme je l'ai mentionné, suite à nos discussions avec votre personnel, on comprend très bien qu'on a besoin d'une entente avec votre municipalité, d'un bylaw, pour nous permettre d'installer la signalisation. Next. Ceci complète ma présentation, M. le maire. Je suis prêt à répondre à des questions s'il y en a. Merci.
Merci beaucoup, M. Lalonde. Membres du conseil, council members, any questions for Mr. Lalonde? Madame Bigelow?
Sorry. It's not really a question, it's just really a comment. I think this has been a long time coming. I think we have lots of residents in the township who have been asking for this for a long time. I know I've had many calls from people asking, when is something going to be done? When are we going to be allowing ATVs on our roads and stuff like that? I think your presentation was very good. I think your photos really outline very well, you know, the plan that you have going forward. And I think it was very well done.
Thank you for those remarks. Thank you.
Any other questions? Moi, ma question, c'est sur la diapositive 8 ou 10. Là. Votre parcours en noir, c'est ce que vous proposez. Donc, vous allez passer sur la 17. Est-ce que les comtés, moi, j'essayais chez comté, je ne me souviens pas d'avoir...
Non, pardon, M. le maire, le noir, juste à guise de précision, ça représente la délimitation entre les municipalités. Donc, ce n'est pas le sentier, c'est les boundaries entre East Hawkesbury, Champlain, ainsi de suite, parce que ça devient un outil nécessaire lorsque je discute avec le directeur de travaux publics dans votre municipalité, ainsi que le directeur de travaux publics dans la municipalité avoisinante. Donc, le noir, c'est simplement les boundaries. Ça a été fait de façon approximative. Le bleu représente ce qu'on propose comme réseau.
Merci beaucoup. Tu mets série de questions. M. Duval?
I think it's good for businesses in our municipality, and whatever changes have to be made, I'm all in favor of it.
Mr. Barton?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. You had some pink or purple lines there as well in some of the maps. Are you able to tell us what those are?
I'll just wait for your clerk to bring that slide up.
I think it was one of the original maps.
Yeah, just back.
Because I wondered about the black as well, so,
Yeah, the black are municipal boundaries. The pink
yeah, that map there.
was something that I added later on. I started with the loop, and then I sort of assessed where are the fueling stations and where would people want to go if they want to cut their trip short. So the one pink is to get to Chute à Blondeau, where there is fueling, and this pink is to cut the loop shorter. So if one decides to travel towards Rigaud, and rather than go all the way to Alexandria to come back, they could cut across. But it is intended to be part of the network of ATVing that we would put signalization and on the quad-on application. So what's being proposed are both the blue and the pink.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate the response. Like my fellow councillors, I support the idea. I've fielded a lot of questions. I think a lot of people are interested in this. I think, the support you're hearing is further indicated by the fact that a number or a couple of the councillors that have spoken in favor live on these lines as you've outlined them. We're interested in having these people travel by our house and spend money in our community. So I appreciate you bringing them here.
Thank you, councillors, for your remarks and questions. Sur la langue, on va passer dans la résolution, puis l'administration va nous revenir avec certainement un bylaw puis des recommandations.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup. Bonne soirée. I do have a resolution in regards to this evening's presentation. Be it resolved that Council instructs the Director of Public Works to bring forward a report and a bylaw at the August Committee of the Whole meeting with respect to the ATVs in the Township of Champlain. I'll need a mover and seconder. Mr. Duval, appuyé de Monsieur Miner. All those in favor? Those against? Carried. Item numéro 8, staff report, 8.1 planning. Ongoing planning reports or projects. Be it resolved that the ongoing planning project list as presented by the senior planner on June 27, 2024 be received and filed. Proposer, Madame Bigelow, seconded by Mr. Miner. Any questions in regards to the planning projects? Monsieur Duval. No questions? Okay. All those in favor? Those against? Carry. Okay, sorry. On va vous présenter notre nouvelle urbaniste à 19.2, donc un peu de patience, puis on va faire sa connaissance un petit peu plus tard. 8.2, aucune action. On s'en va à 8.3, recommandation report. 8.3.1, report ADM-2024-07, purchase of Civic number 4027, Highway 34. We all have the report on hand. Be it resolved that the administration report ADM-2024-07 dated June 20th, 2024 regarding the purchase of 4027 Highway 34 be received, and that council approves the addition of the purchase of the property and the site remediation in the amount of $180,000 to the 2024 budget. And be it further resolved that the purchase of the land be financed by the land acquisition reserve in the amount of $150,000 and $30,000 with the accumulated surplus. Mover and seconder, Madame Bigelow, seconded by Mr. Miner. Any questions? All those in favor? Against? Carried. 8.3.2, report PWD-2024-08, Champlain Library Brick Recommendation Update. Again, there's a report attached to this evening's agenda. Be it resolved that Public Works report PWD-2024-08 dated June 27, 2024 regarding the Champlain Library brick selection recommendation update be received and filed, and be it further resolved that Council approves the recommendation to proceed with the red brick recommended by Saint-Denis Rochepierre, Inc., as per option 1 of the report. Mover and seconder, proposeur, Mr. Minor, seconded by, appuyé de Mr. Barton. Any questions? All those in favor? Against? Carried. 8.3.3, report CCD-2024-05, road closure for special events. J'ai deux résolutions à cause qu'on a deux différents événements. Donc, be it resolved that Communication and Community Development Report number CCD-2024-05 dated June 27, 2024 regarding the temporary road closure request for special events, l'Abbey Run, and the Van Cleek Hill Agricultural Society be received and filed. Proposeur appuyeur. Monsieur Roy, appuyé de Monsieur Duval. Any questions? All those in favor? Against? Carried. Second resolution, be it resolved that Council approves a temporary and partial road closure requests by l'Abbey Run that will take place on July 27, 2024 from 7:15 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. as follows. Along a road west from Civic 772 to intersection of King Street and Bay Road, and along Bay Road from intersection of King Street to Blue Corner Road. I'll need a mover and a seconder. Monsieur Burrows, appuyé de Monsieur Roy. All those in favor? Against? Carried. Troisième résolution, je pensais qu'il y en avait deux, on en a trois. Be it resolved that Council approves a temporary road closure for Main Street from Derby Avenue to 92 Main Street West, Van Cleek Hill, as requested by the Van Cleek Hill Agricultural Society for the Van Cleek Hill Fair Parade that will take place on August 15, 2024 from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Mr. Duval, seconded by Mr. Barton. All those in favor? Against? Carried. Monthly reports, 8.4. Conceded. Do you have a question? Oh, okay. Which one do you want to pull out?
Sorry, the red report.
8.4.3. Very good. Any other ones that we need to pull out in order for discussion? Be it resolved that the following staff report be received and filed. 8.4.1 accounts. 8.4.2 fire monthly report for May 2024. 8.4.4 Public Works monthly report, May 2024. 8.4.5 Building monthly report, May 2024. 8.4.6 Bylaw Enforcement monthly report for May 2024. 8.4.7 Communication and Community Development monthly report, May 2024. 8.4.8 Drainage monthly report for May 2024. And 8.4.9 Library monthly report for May 2024. Mover and seconder. Monsieur Roy, appuyé de Madame Bigelow. All those in favor? Against? Carried. 8.4.3. Mr. Barton.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I didn't turn my mic off. I apologize. Just really quickly, a point on that report to say that our director there outlines the issues we're having with the lights at the arena in Van Cleek Hill that affected the ball league. Just wanted to make comment that our director, I know our staff is the one that makes us look good and does all the hard work. We get to sit back and sometimes accept the accolades for that, but our director showed up late at night, a bunch of angry ball players to fix that problem, and that's the type of thing you don't get that in the big city, and that was really noticed in the community. I understand that that can't be done at all times, and that's not what's expected. So to notice that you went above and beyond in that situation was very much appreciated by everybody that's spoken to me about it. And further, to see at the bottom that the director was able to obtain their certified recreation facilities professional title that only 66 people in the province have, when our staff is leading. If you're in a group that small in the province of Ontario working in this type of organization, you're obviously a leader, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the time to pull it out and recognize the hard work. I know others have done excellent things. Unfortunately, I'm only aware of these ones that, in this report, but I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Barton. On the same note, expensive lights to repair, expensive light to fix, combien ça a coûté? Do we have a cost?
Most of the costs associated with that were contractors who had to help us dig up some wires. It's going to be approximately an extra.
Thank you. So, resolution as follows, be it resolved that the monthly report for the REC monthly report for May 2024 be received and filed. Mr. Duval, seconded by Mr. Barton. All those in favor? Against? On s'en va à l'item numéro 9, Committee of the Whole. Recommendation, again, consented items. All items listed in the section of the agenda will be subject to approval under one non-debatable, non-amendable motion. 9.1. All right, let me open my page. Be resolved that the following items, as identified under the consent item category under regular meeting agenda of June 27 be adopted, 2024 be adopted. 9.1, report the BD 2024-02, Administrative Monetary Penalty System, known under AMPS. 9.2, 2024 Building Asset Management Plan. 9.3, the 2024 Fleet Asset Management Plan. And at 9.4, the 2024 Park Asset Management Plan. Mover and seconder. Madame Bigelow, seconded by Monsieur Roy. All those in favor? Against? Carried. Liaison committee, item number 10. Again, there will be a consented. Be it 10.1, the Joint Recycling Committee of minutes of May 6, 2024, and 10.2 is the Prescott and Russell Recreational Trail Committee member report of May 15. Be it resolved that the following reports and minutes be received and filed. 10.1, Joint Recycling Committee, and 10.2 is the Prescott and Russell Recreational Trail. Proposal appuyeur, mover seconder. Mr. Barton, seconded by Mr. Burrows. All those in favor? Against? Carried. On va à l'item numéro 13, adoption des minutes. Again, consented items. 13.1, minutes of regular meeting of May 23rd, 2024. And item number 13.2, the minutes of the Committee of the Whole of June 13, 2024. Be it resolved that Council approve the minutes of the following meetings: a regular Council meeting of May 23rd, 2024, and the Committee of the Whole of June 13, 2024, as presented. Mover and seconder. Madame Bigelow, seconded by Roy. All those in favor? Against? Carried. Adoption of bylaws. Again, there will be 14.1, 14.2, 14.3, 14.4, 14.5, 0.6, and 0.7 will all be in one resolution. We need to pull them out. This was discussed at our Committee of the Whole meeting. So we had resolved that 3 readings and final passage be granted for the following bylaws. Bylaw number 2024-43, Pool Enclosure Bylaw. Bylaw number 2024-44, Animal Control Bylaw. Bylaw number 2024-45, Traffic Control Bylaw. Bylaw number 2024-46, Property Standard Bylaw. Bylaw number 2024-47, Fire Control Bylaw. And we also have bylaw number 2024-48, Administrative Monetary Penalty System, also known under the AMPS bylaw. And the last one, which is bylaw number 2024-49, Screening and Hearing Officer Bylaw. Mover and seconder to bring forward these bylaws. Reminder, seconded by Mr. Duval. Read the first time. All those in favor? Read the second time. All those in favor? Read the third time. All those in favor? Carried. Alors, à l'item 14.8, number 14.8, bylaw number 2024-50, appointment of property standard officer. Be it resolved that three readings and final passage be granted bylaw number 2024-50, being a bylaw to appoint a property standard officer for the corporation of the Township of Champlain. I'll need a mover and a seconder to bring forward the bylaw. Mr. Zval, seconded by Madame Bigelow. Questions? Seeing none, read the first time, all those in favor? Read the second time, all those in favor? Read the third time, all those in favor? Carried. 14.9, bylaw number 2024-51, amendment to certain bylaws to provide for administrative monetary penalties. Be it resolved that three reading and final passage be granted bylaw number 2024-51, being a bylaw to amend a certain bylaws to provide for the Township of Champlain's administration monetary penalties system, also known under the AMPS program. I'll need a mover and seconder to bring the bylaw forward. Mr. Barton, seconded by Mr. Roy. Any questions? Read the first time, all those in favor? Read the second time, all those in favor? Read the third time, all those in favor? 14.10, bylaw number 2024-52, closure of unopened road and a designation as a recreational trail. Be it resolved that three readings and final passage be granted to bylaw number 2024-52, being a bylaw to permanently close a public highway, also known as unopened road allowance, also known as Rollin Street, and designated it as a recreational trail. To bring the bylaw forward, Mr. Roy, seconded by Mr. Burrows. Any questions? Read the first time, all those in favor? Read the second time, all those in favor? Read the third time, all those in favor? Carried. 14.11, bylaw number 2024-53, funding agreement with AMO for the Canada Community Building Funds, also known under the CCBF. Be it resolved that three reading and final passage be granted bylaw number 2024-53, being a bylaw to authorize the entering into a municipal funding agreement with the Association of Municipalities of Ontario to participate in Ontario's Main Street Revitalization Initiative. Proposal appuyeur to bring the bylaw forward, Mr. Roy, seconded by Mr. Minor. Any questions? Read the first time, all those in favor? Read the second time, all those in favor? Read the third time, all those in favor? À combien la gageure? $14.2, bylaw number 2024-54, amendment to Parks bylaw 2020-65. Be it resolved that three readings and final passage be granted bylaw number 2024-54, being a bylaw to protect, prohibit, and regulate and control all public parks in the Township of Champlain. Proposal appuyeur, mover and seconder to bring the bylaw forward. Madame Bigelow, seconded by Mr. Duval. Any questions? Read the first time, all those in favor? Read the second time, all those in favor? Read the third time, all those in favor? 14.13, bylaw number 2024-55, personal policy. There was two attachments. Be it resolved that three reading and final passage be granted bylaw number 2024-55, being a bylaw to establish a personal policy for the corporation of the Township of Champlain. Mover and seconder, bring the bylaw forward. Mr. Duval, seconded by Madame Bigelow. Any questions? Read the first time, all those in favor? Read the second time, all those in favor? Read the third time, all those in favor? Carried. Bylaw number 1414, item number 14.14, bylaw number 2024-34, to provide for works to the Smith Municipal Drain. Be it resolved that the third reading and final passage be granted bylaw number 2024-34, being a bylaw to provide for works to the Smith Municipal Drain in the Township of Champlain. I'll need a mover and a seconder to bring forward Mr. Duval, seconded by Mr. Minor. This is a third reading only, so read the third time. All those in favor? Carried. I don't think we've ever seen so many bylaws in one meeting. Item number 15, correspondence for action. 15.1, request for noise bylaw exemption for fire. We've all read the attachment. Be it resolved, this is a consideration draft in regards to the resolution. Be it resolved that council grants Mr. Bill Hardin an exemption to noise bylaw 2000-32 for the private firework display by Magic Sky on Saturday, August 17, 2024, between 9:15 p.m. and 10 p.m. at 518 Fry's Avenue in Larignal. Duval, appuyé de M. Roy. All those in favor? Against? Carried. Got to ask if there was any questions. There was no question. I'm sorry. Set 17, correspondence for information. 17.1, reply letter resolution 2024-175, Marc-André Perriard, Director of Emergency Services from the United Counties of Prescott-Russell. I don't see a resolution, but there was a reply from the letter that we've sent to the United Counties. Any questions, comments? Mr. Burrows.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Subsequent to our resolution of council on the 25th of April, we received the report from Mr. Perriard, who is the director of the ambulance service, and basically his response was one of policy which I can understand, and was about confidentiality of the patient's record. What happened after that is that the victim in this incident applied under the access of information and provided me a copy of what he received from the United Counties. And I can provide you, Mr. Mayor, with a copy of what I have of the report. I don't know if you had seen it before. But there were a couple of questions that we were asking originally on the 25th of April. One was about why he had not been given more than a Tylenol 3. What was related in this report is that the ambulance attendants related that he had taken NSAIDs, whatever that means, another medication, and that they were concerned about internal bleeding in the leg. But what was a shocker of this is that, as indicated, it took 55 minutes to get an ambulance there. The call was received, and this issue is not about the attendants, but it's about the dispatching, and so I don't see the confidentiality issue in this at all. Call was received by 911 Ontario at 7:20, and the crew was dispatched at 7:54. So that's 34 minutes of dead time. No ambulance were assigned, nothing. In regards that we didn't get the answers from Mr. Perriard, I think it is of public interest for us to be given an answer by Mr. Perriard as to what happened in these circumstances. Was it that there was a staff issue? Was it because our ambulances were down in Ottawa? We didn't have any personnel to respond because of that? That's an ongoing issue at the county level. Is it also because there was a mistake made in the dispatching, the assessment? If so, that could be an internal matter that he can handle. But we are entitled, I think, as council, to find out from Mr. Perriard as to what happened that night. And I think, waiting 34 minutes to dispatch an ambulance is not appropriate at all. It's like calling the fire service and saying, well, there's a house on fire and we don't send a fire truck for 34 minutes. Unacceptable. I would ask, and I don't know what the appropriate way of dealing with this would be, as a new resolution, or can we ask, as a result of our initial resolution, Mr. Perriard to provide the information? I don't think it's a confidential matter. This is a public interest. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Burrows. I've spoken with Mr. Perriard today, and he says it is a personal matter, and he will not divulge anything more that he has already divulged. He says this is in regards to patient requests. So if the patient wants to contact him, he will be more than happy to go through the issue with the patient. If you want to make a resolution, that's fine, but you're going to get the same answer.
I just find that when we're talking about dispatching, we're not talking about the patient. And I think the confidentiality issue is being pushed to the limit because that's not part of the patient information. It's part of dispatching. And I do not see how Mr. Perriard cannot provide any further details of saying there was an error in what was happened, and if so, that he deals with it, but that we be informed. We have a right to know. We represent the people of our township, but it's also in everybody's interest. And I find that if we let this one go by, there's many more that are going to keep on going. And is it because it was an Ottawa issue where all of our ambulances were up in Ottawa and they had to wait until 5 minutes before the 8 o'clock crew came in? If so, we are entitled of knowing that. And if we just keep on burying our heads in the sand and not looking at issues like this, something major will happen. And I realize Mr. Perriard said that. I'd like to see him put it down on paper in a response from us, from council, to say, hey, I'm not saying anymore. That's up to him. I will respect what you're telling us. Let's wait to see what he's going to have to say.
He said that Mr. Burrows, you are aware in regards to the OPP as being an ex-officer, that there is an act in regards to exactly what you're asking, and he says he would be more than happy to provide you the act in order to show you where in the act he cannot divulge that information. Je me bats pas avec, si tu veux demander, you are allowed to have a resolution. Council will vote on it, and if it goes through, Mr. Perriard will answer you. Votre résolution, M. Burrows, si vous n'apportez une.
C'est exactement ce que je demande. Une résolution pour qu'on ait un suivi à la résolution qu'on avait faite initialement, puis qu'il y a eu très peu d'informations autres que de la politique du policy qui nous a été relatée, que je comprends, M. Perriard, mais là, on ne parle plus de juste le patient, on parle du dispatching. Et puis ça s'applique à tout le monde, puis à tous incidents. Puis je suggérerais à M. Perriard aussi de revoir qu'est-ce que c'est qu'ils sont les lois en relation avec la divulgation de l'information privée. Ça, ce n'est pas de l'information privée.
Merci, M. Burrows. M. Roy?
Monsieur le maire, merci. Je comprends la responsabilité du patient qui peut, lui, aller chercher de l'information, lui ou elle, là, aller chercher de l'information, puis s'il juge nécessaire de poursuivre l'Institut. Par contre, je trouve dommage que pendant 34 minutes, il n'y a pas eu de service, puis qu'on ne peut pas avoir de réponse pourquoi. Donc, j'ai tendance à supporter ce que mon collègue M. Burrows dit, en ce sens que c'est deux choses séparées. L'information par rapport au patient puis toute sa situation, c'est une chose, mais de répondre à la question par rapport au temps d'attente, je pense que ça, c'est autre chose, puis que ça mérite d'avoir une réponse quand même.
Merci, M. Roy. Mr. Barton?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I can only guess that his answer is directed this way because they've moved to a new dispatching model in the province of Ontario to match what Toronto's been doing for some time that has 5 categories based on patient information. So it depends on what the patient indicated to dictate the level at which an ambulance needs to be dispatched. So I understand his point. I deal with this, but I share the same frustrations as my fellow councillors that we don't get answers. I think maybe more appropriately the question is, I'm confident that this is a regular complaint at the upper tier. I imagine that the county deals with this on an ongoing basis. Now, are you, Mr. Mayor, or the mayors of the various municipalities provided information to answer these types of questions? Not specific to this event, but I related my example, which I think was much more significant and severe, almost 3 hours waiting for an ambulance. So these are regular occurrences. Are they telling you something is you can only imagine that the directors of our ambulance service are discussing with the mayors? What are they saying when the complaint is that our ambulances are being tied up in Ottawa, our ambulances are responding based on GPS and not just location? What are they saying when we make these complaints that our communities are being underserviced by the lack of availability, or the lack of ability, to release ambulances from hospitals when they end up in the city of Ottawa or City of Montreal.
Thank you, Mr. Barton. At the county levels, we do get some kind of explanation in regards to the reasons why the ambulances are late. To pinpoint exactly why, often it's because they are preoccupied in a hospital. They cannot leave a patient if they are not attended by a doctor, so they need to stay there. I can speak for experience, but I'm not going to go into details. I've seen 5 ambulances parked at an hospital in Ottawa waiting to get service, so these ambulances are not available. And we are also aware that we do travel to Ottawa often in regards to patients, and we are on the case of the Minister of Health in regards to not to be stuck in Ottawa. We want our ambulances to serve our community. So it's an ongoing battle. I can say it's been 6 years. I've been mayor for 6 years. It's been an ongoing battle with the ministry, and there seems not to be the only one. Prescott Russell, Lanark County has the same issues. Renfrew has the same issues. Everybody that surrounds Ottawa has the same issues. So Stormont Dundas, even though they have 2 hospitals in their areas, they're also stuck with the same issues. Will there be a resolution by the ministry? I hope. That's where we're at. In regards to the delay, if Mr. Perriard wants to reply to a resolution, I'd be more than happy to entertain. If Madame Collard has some kind of resolution prepared, I'd be more happy than to read it and to have it moved on.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I very briefly wrote down a shortened version of what I am allowed. Be it resolved that Council requests, as a follow-up to the response provided by Mr. Perriard from EMS UCPR, that more information regarding the reasons for the length of time it took to dispatch the ambulance for this incident be provided. Is that enough detail?
That's exactly what I'm looking for. Find out why there was a delay of 34 minutes.
Proposé par Monsieur Burrows. You had your hand up for a question or a comment? Go ahead.
But do you need a seconder?
I need a seconder. You second?
Yeah, I second, just to have the discussion, I guess.
Okay.
My question being, is they're not going to answer specific questions related to a specific incident because it's based on the patient condition. I think if we get a response that will help us and help the community, I think it's got to be more general. It's what is the plan? What is the county's ambulance services plan to, decrease response times in our communities? When it comes to individual issues, there's an ombudsman, there's a process in place, there's extenuous delays, and I think that's what he's pointing you to. If you have a legitimate complaint about a specific situation, pursue those. But for us at this level, he's just going to come back with the same response. What is the plan to decrease response times? I think that's the motion to go back to.
If we want, maybe we could add that to it, but I think that, like I indicated earlier, it's not part of the patient information. It's part of dispatching. And there was a delay even prior to that. There was a 911 issue where it ended up in Quebec. So those are all issues that have nothing to do with the patient. It has everything to do with response time, with where the calls are going in. Nothing. He is obviously stretching it a little bit further. He says that I was an ex-OPP, that's correct, but I believe also in reflecting what's written there, not giving it a twist that goes further.
On a proposeur, un appuyeur. We're going to vote on the motion unless the mover and the seconder would like to add what Mr. Barton has mentioned in regards to, in our region, why is it delayed? What is the purpose of the reason why?
Will Mr. Burrows accept a friendly amendment to add the second question? What is the plan to lower response times in our region?
Absolutely. Thank you for adding it.
Oh, Madame Bulow.
I just have a question. The patient involved have they ask the question. We've already been told that it's personal information and can't be disclosed. I understand issuant, but have they been in contact? Have they posed themselves? Have they found an
Mr. Burrows.
The gentleman in question provided me, he made application under access to information to the United Counties and provided me with the report that had been provided to him. So his questions, his first comment was, why was there a wait in between 7:20 to 7:54? 34 minutes, 35 minutes. That's a big issue. Wants to know. Oh, did he ask them? He didn't have any communications. He made application for it. That's why. I think it's not only his issue, but it's also a public interest issue. And that's where, obviously, I have a different interpretation of what Mr. Perriot, maybe yourself, Mr. Riopel, have.
Merci, M. Burrows. Autres commentaires, comments, questions? Go ahead.
I'm all for advocating for residents, but if he hasn't posed the question himself, apparently from the responses back, he's asking a question about himself, about the incident himself. They will provide him with the answers, and then he can provide us with the answers. And then going forward, we can work on a plan to make sure that this type of incident doesn't happen again. But I feel like what Councillor Barton said is, if we put this in, they're not going to tell us because it's a privacy issue. But if the resident himself sends the email, I believe that he may get the answer. He can then provide you with the answer, and then we can go forward after that.
I think Madame Burrows, Madame Bigelow, if at the beginning of the request of Mr. Burrows, I did mention that Mr. Perriot would be more than happy to talk with the individual in person. In person. So that is available to him. But if council wants to vote on the resolution that we have on hand, because I have a mover and a seconder, we'll have to go through the process and see if it's granted. Monsieur Roy.
Mr. Mayor, I still think that with the addition of what Mr. Barton added, it's worthwhile going ahead with this question, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Ceux qui sont en faveur. Those who are for. Against. Carried. Moving on to 17.2. Reply letter to Resolution 2024-218, Ministry of Health. Ça, c'est pour l'information. We also have at 17.3, CEPEO, bylaw number 01-2024-RAS-PNR. For information only. Also, see Prescott and Russell Trail. There we go. Let's see. Item number 18, question period. Any questions? Seeing none. Number 19, announcement. We have at 19.1, Women's March, Take Back the Night. That will be coming up in September, if I remember correctly. September 18th. Thank you, Mr. Barton. We also have at 19.2, Monsieur Tessier voulait nous faire la présentation d'un nouveau urbaniste qui est à l'emploi de la municipalité de Champlain. Monsieur Tessier.
Merci. Ça me fait plaisir de vous présenter le nouvel urbaniste du canton de Champlain, Monsieur Paul Robitaille. Monsieur Robitaille a travaillé pour le Conseil scolaire de district catholique de l'Est ontarien de 1999 à 2024, soit pendant 25 ans. Le dernier poste occupé au CSD-CEO était superviseur du service des immobilisations. Il est familier avec les départements de la construction et de zonage de différentes municipalités, puisque le CSD-CEO a des écoles sur tout le territoire de Prescott-Russell. De plus, dans ces temps libres, M. Robitaille siège sur un comité consultatif d'urbanisme de sa municipalité depuis 2012. Donc, ce comité-là reçoit, dans le fond, les applications au niveau de l'urbanisme, puis il fait une recommandation au conseil d'accepter ou pas un plan. Monsieur Robitaille détient un diplôme d'études collégiales en technique d'architecture ainsi que 2 ans d'études universitaires en urbanisme à l'Université du Québec de Montréal. Il détient aussi plusieurs autres certifications qu'il a obtenues au courant de sa carrière professionnelle. Et pour terminer, M. Robitaille est aussi bilingue, donc bienvenue, M. Robitaille. Je voudrais juste, je vais donner la parole à M. Robitaille dans une petite seconde. Je voudrais juste souligner la présence de notre spécialiste aux communications, Zoé Fortin, qui vient de revenir d'un congé de maternité. On lui souhaite un bon retour aussi. Merci.
Merci, M. Tessier.
Ben,
M. Miner, juste 2 petites secondes. M. Miner. Monsieur Robitaille, bienvenue dans l'équipe, puis bienvenue à la municipalité de Champlain.
Merci beaucoup de me recevoir, puis merci beaucoup de m'avoir accueilli dans votre grande famille. J'ai déjà commencé à travailler, ça fait que j'ai bien hâte de rentrer dans les projets.
T'as hâte de cogner avec le marteau les clous sur la tête pour que ça avance, c'est ça?
Pas nécessairement travailler avec les membres de la communauté puis pour avancer.
Good. Merci beaucoup et bienvenue.
Bien, merci.
Sur cette note, Fête du Canada, le 1er juillet, à L'Orignal, Parc à L'Orignal, feu d'artifice, ça commence 10h, 10h05. Donc, je tiendrai à remercier les pompiers volontaires qui s'occupent avec Sidney Collard et son département qui s'occupe des installations puis de tout ce qui est la préparation. Tous les bienvenus à y participer. I don't know if any other councillors have anything else to add or would like to announce. Seeing none, on va à l'item numéro 20. Oh, M. Roy.
Peut-être juste avant les feux d'artifice, mentionner qu'il y a John Ebiz aussi comme musicien, puis c'est d'excellente musique.
There we go. Tu en es ta guitare? Tu joues-tu de la guitare? Tu n'amènes pas la tienne? M. Roy joue de la guitare en passant. Ça s'en va à l'item numéro 20, in camera, 20.1, pas d'action. On s'en va à l'item 20.2, potential acquisition of land. I have a resolution passed in council. Be it resolved that council authorize the CAO to sign the purchase and the sale agreement for the acquisition of land to the north of the Casburn landfill. On need a mover and seconder. Proposé à M. Duval, seconded by Mme Bigelow. All those in favor? Against? Carried. 20.3, 20.3, potential acquisition of land. Be it resolved that council approves the purchase of a 7.5 acres of land legally described as Concession 5, part lots 9 and 10, at the purchase price of $225,000 plus HST and township legal fees. I need a mover and a seconder. Mme Bigelow, seconded by M. Roy. All those in favor? Those against? Carried. Item numéro 21, next meeting will be Committee of the Whole of August 8, 2024, if required, and we also have the regular council meeting, which will be August 22nd, 2024. As a note, there's none in July. Confirming bylaw, item number 22.1, bylaw number 2024-56. Be it resolved that 3 reading and final passage be given, bylaw number 2024-56, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council at its meeting of June 27, 2024. Proposeur appuyeur. Mr. Barton, seconded by Mme Bigelow. Read the first time, all those in favor. Read the second time, all those in favor. Read the third time, all those in favor. Carried. Adjournement. Be it resolved that the regular council meeting adjourns at 7:24 p.m. Proposeur appuyeur. Mr. Miner, seconded by Mr. Barton. All those in favor? Those against? Carried. Merci beaucoup. Bonne soirée. On se revoit au mois d'août. Bonnes vacances.